Welcome to Wheels TV On Demand. We're wild about wheels.
If the mid-year Corvettes solidified themselves as style and performance champions that won almost unanimous praise from all quarters, then the next generation Corvette, which debuted in 1968, truly had a tough act to follow. And the competition had been stepped up, not only by Ford's Mustang, but Chevy's own Camaro, cars with formidable performance and strong sports car images. Billy Mitchell's design team, including Larry Shinoda, Jerry Palmer, and another extremely talented designer, Henry Haga, provided imaginative and thought-provoking themes and continued to conceive design studies through the 60s that took the Corvette into radical new areas of style. Billy Mitchell was eager to create a new look for the Corvette that would distance it from its more conservatively styled competitors. The Shark, or Mako Shark 1, was one concept that brought heavily futuristic styling touches to the table. Although never slated for production, its paint job provided for an unusual challenge to the Corvette designers.
Bill Mitchell had actually caught this Shark off of Bimini, and he said it was a Mako Shark, and I think it really was a blue shark, but here nor there. But and he had it mounted where the head was cut on a bias angle, so it came off the board, and it was beautiful. So when we were going to do the first Mako Shark, he wanted it painted to look like the Shark. So I took and painted myself with my own airbrush a bar relief Stingray model that they had sculpted, and there was actually no blue. It went from so black into a dark blue to the body wide line, and then from that point on below it went into shades of silver into white, and so there was no powder blue. The paint shop couldn't match it. They came over and borrowed Mitchell's mounted Shark. They took and painted the Shark to match her paint panel, and then showed him the paint panel in the car. And when he saw the two together, he said, "Boy, you guys really did a job." He was quite pleased. He never realized that they had painted a Shark.
In April of 1965, the Mitchell team unveiled a striking harbinger of Corvette's next design heading, and its spectacular shape sent shockwaves across the globe. The car was the Mako Shark 2.
There's a lot of harmony between nature and great design, a lot of interaction, and the Shark obviously is one of those things that just evokes beauty, but yes, it has the element of brutality associated with it, with its movement, the shape of the fuselage or the fins, or however you want to describe it. If you look at a Corvette, particularly the 63, it had some of that. And then Bill, and I think Larry was involved with these cars. Larry Shinoda started a series of show cars with the Mako Shark, which is really based on a 63 type of design. When they did Mako Shark 2, they really heightened the wheel arches, and they pulled the body in very tight. And in plan view, it had a very severe wasp waist to a Coke bottle shape. Then that became the brand character for Corvettes for years to come. So those cars were done, and that became again the foundation for the 68 car.
The Corvette design team would extend the envelope of the Mako Shark concept with the Manta Ray, a design study which Corvette enthusiasts almost unanimously hoped would find its way into production. When it did not, many were disappointed. But the issue of style was only one controversy that greeted the 1968 Corvette. Although Chevrolet produced over 28,000 Corvettes in 1968, more than in any previous year, some insiders at GM quietly admitted that the car had come to the market too soon, and the Corvette was playing to a tough audience. early customers were dissatisfied with the quality control and attention to detail on their new Corvettes. One critic in particular was especially unimpressed until an incident during testing at the GM Proving Grounds softened his opinion.
Even Zora complained about it, you know, the Coke bottle shape, because that's what, you know, Mitchell called it, Coke bottle. And after the production car was done, I think it was maybe a year or so after it was out, and Zora had been testing, he'd been out at the Proving Grounds running at real high speed, and he had a tire failure. And the car went into the guardrail, and they ran clockwise, so the driver would be on the outside next to the wall. And Zora says, aha, Coke bottle saved Zora. When he hit the wall, it ground down the sides of the car until finally the door hit the wall and it stopped. But you know, had there not been this Coke bottle shape, you know, he'd have been right out there on the edge. He might have got seriously injured. But it was kind of a funny story that you know, he finally admitted that Coke bottles did work.
Explore your passion for automotive entertainment with Wheels TV, the first television network dedicated to our automotive and motorcycle lifestyles. Get our free newsletter on wheels at wheelstv.net. Like everyone who loves to drive or lives to ride, we're all wild about wheels.